Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. It's a Sunday morning. I'm rushing to church, but I want to play you guys a clip that I just came across. But you know me, I don't like posting clips without coming in and giving my 2 cents. So this clip, it's the video made by the guy who just resigned from AFRI. His name is Ernst. I don't know if you pronounce it as Ernest or I think Ernest, yeah. Ernst Roets, I think. I'm going to put his name up there. So he resigned from AFRI, and they released a statement saying that he's going to pursue a different calling. Dun 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 dun. Go on, and we're all wondering what calling is that. So he explains all that in his video. But the most interesting thing that I've picked up, it seems like they had a fallout. And it seems like this guy hates everything that is happening in South Africa more than the AfriForum group. I think they could have had a fallout because he feels like the group that is in is not doing much. Yeah, but because even now he's making his video. He's from the United States, and the things that he's saying, he speaks about Mama Winnie Mandela and how they went how they were critical of her, or when they weren't particularly a fan. And if you come to South Africa, you know what Mama Winnie Mandela means. Yeah, but to the people of South Africa. And then he speaks about Nelson Mandela. Why did Nelson Mandela go to prison? And he says that a lot of people say Nelson Mandela went to prison because he was trying to fight for the black people. That's not true. There's a lot of things that he says there. And there's a lot of things that he says about South Africa. Again, he's spreading propaganda. And I think they've had a fallen out because in the beginning of his video, but I want you to listen for yourself. In the beginning of his video, he says, I caught him saying, when I resigned from the movement, a lot of people sent me messages. A lot of people wanted to know, Uguti, what is next now from me? What's gonna happen? And he says, yes, I've got a lot of options. There's quite a few things on the table, but I'm not sure yet. So it's not the way that it was portrayed, that he's resigning because he's going to do something else immediately. No, he doesn't know what he's going to do. Oh, well, he says he's got options. I mean, he's from the United States, again, to speak about South Africa. And he's telling the people there, yeah, when the video comes out, it's going to cause a lot of havoc and it's going to cause a lot of chaos. So please, he's telling the people there in that channel, please, they must support him. The things that he's saying in this video, let's listen, guys, and let's meet in the comment section and you tell me. It seems like they had a fallout, and this guy carries a lot of hate. He seems to be the one who doesn't particularly like South Africa. It's funny because he's from America. He's coming back to South Africa, and there's a lot of things that he says about Africans people that I don't even I don't know. The things that he's saying are being done to Africans people. I'm not understanding. Anyway, let's watch the video. Yeah, let me know what you think.
Hi, everybody. I'm at the airport on my way to start my long journey back. And so I just wanted to give you some quick feedback. I wanted to do this in Afrikaans, but I know that about half or slightly more than half of the people on this channel are from outside of South Africa, so I'll do it in English. I just want to maybe just firstly say I got so many messages after my recent announcement that I have resigned from the Solidarity movement. Thank you very much. Got many messages of support, too many to count. And I really appreciate that. And a lot of people have asked me what's the road ahead. And I can't really say much right now because I'm actually not sure right now. But I can give you the assurance that there certainly is a road ahead. I just need to, I'm in a very fortunate position where I need to decide based on a list of options that are available to me. So I'll definitely keep you posted also on this channel. But I want to use this opportunity to talk to you about the interview I did yesterday with Tucker Carlson. So I'm in America. I'm heading back to South Africa right now. I was with Tucker yesterday at his studio for what was probably a 2-hour interview about South Africa, about the situation in South Africa or the crisis in South Africa, especially about the situation of the Afrikaner people, and also the recent actions by the United States government with regard to South Africa. Now, I'm pretty sure that this interview would create some form of a storm, so we need to buckle up, simply because I didn't hold back at all. It's a 2-hour interview, or more or less 2 hours, which means that we were able to cover a lot of ground. We spoke a lot about history in South Africa, about Afrikaner history, about the Battle of Blood River, the Great Track, about the Afrikaner vow of 16 December 1838. We spoke about why the Afrikaner people are so stubborn, in the good sense of the word, why we are so religious, conservative, and so patriotic, which I think is something that resonates with conservative Americans and conservative people in Europe. We also spoke about the history of the ANC. And so Tucker asked me, why did Nelson Mandela go to prison? That was one of the first questions he asked me, which is, in a certain sense, an important question, because I responded by saying to him that it's probably good that he asked this question, because my children are in school and I've read their history books, and their history books simply say he went to prison because he was a good leader, which of course isn't true. Tucker was very critical of Winnie Mandela, and he asked me to elaborate on who she was, which of course I did. We spoke about the historic ties between the ANC and the Soviet Union, Vietnam, Mao Zedong, Communist China, and so forth. We spoke about the ANC's commitment to both race nationalism and socialism, the National Democratic Revolution, their aims or goal of using multi-party democracy to promote socialism, and then of course to blend this with race nationalism. We also spoke about that video that went viral on social media with some activists talking about how white people are biologically inferior. And I said to Tucker that this guy is a marginal figure, a nobody, but I think what we should be concerned about is that what he's saying is actually taught at universities in South Africa. So we spoke a bit about what has become known as Azania critical theory in South Africa, which is the South African version of critical race theory, but a much more radicalized version thereof, taken from American critical race theory proponents such as Robin DiAngelo, Ibram X. Kendi, Ta-Nehisi Coates, people like that, and then given a South African flavor to say that white people and the white minority are not people, are subhuman because they don't have Ubuntu, which of course is a Zulu term that means humanliness or brotherliness, which essentially says that if you commit violence against white people, then you have not committed a crime because your victim is not a human being. And this is seriously taught at universities. We have university professors in South Africa writing papers about this and being celebrated and then being promoted. So we spoke about that. And then I think the main topic of the interview was the unsustainability of South Africa. Why South Africa is failing, the extent to which it is failing, and how to make sense of this failure. And the conclusion that we both reached during this interview was that South Africa is failing because it is bound to fail as a result of a political system that is incompatible with reality. The political system in South Africa is detached from the realities on ground level. And so if we truly want a solution for South Africa and for the peoples living in South Africa, because South Africa doesn't just have a people, it has peoples, nations, not just a nation, then the only real sustainable solution is not just decentralization, but self-governance. And that could take many forms. For the Afrikaner people, that could mean a republic, like the old Boer republics. For the Zulu people, that could mean a kingdom. and so forth. Now, this is a controversial thing to say, but the essence of this is merely that people should be able to govern themselves. We also spoke about the extent to which America was involved with the setting up of the political system that we have in South Africa today during the 1990s, and the extent to which America partly has blame in terms of the crisis that we experience in South Africa today, which is also why America has a moral responsibility to take a stance, to become involved with solutions. We don't want America or the American government to fix our problems on our behalf, but we would certainly welcome their involvement and their support for community-based solutions for peoples who are trying to create a form of self-governance. So these are some of the topics we touched on. As I said, it's a 2-hour interview. I'm pretty sure there would be quite a reaction to the interview, and yeah, we'll ride that wave when it comes. And I would appreciate you guys watching this when the interview comes out. If you share it, and in as far as there's some form of a backlash to me criticizing South Africa, so to speak, because that's the accusation, then that you guys would also be actively involved in that debate on social media that is very sure to be sparked. I don't yet know when the interview would be published. I'm guessing sometime in the next week. Tucker also told me that he doesn't know. They have their own scheduling and their own processes that this would have to go through. They will let me know. So I will probably know in advance. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. Once I know when the interview will be published, I will immediately post either a short video or an announcement on this page, on this channel. So if you want to know about that, and I'll probably respond to the response to the video once it's published. But thank you very much for your support, and we'll speak soon.
What's up, guys? James Lafferty here.
Okay, guys, now that you've watched the video, what do you guys think? Because I was confused. Anyway, please subscribe to this channel. It is free of charge. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Pelwana. This is Simple Politics. This is a platform where we speak everything politics. We might not always agree, but, well, that's just life, honey. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. The aim is to take this channel to 30,000 subscribers, and I know that we can do it. Aluta continua, guys. The struggle continues, and happy Sunday.